Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, archangels and ascended masters, for the perfect grace, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that's here for each of us and all of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity for deep peace, incredible love, and outstanding joy. If we could just breathe into the presence of Archangel Zadkiel, who works with consciousness, works with the mind, works with the brain. If we could just breathe into Zadkiel's presence and him being, in essence, in a meditative state. If we could just breathe into Zadkiel holding a space of deep meditation. If we could very simply feel the waves like ripples in a pond of that state and the peaceful state his brain and body are in and his energy field is in, and that coming to you and through you. If we could just breathe in like a gentle wave of peace and just breathing into a sense of arrival, letting that space be within you and around you. Indeed, a held space of deep meditation, a held space of deep peace, and the allowance of those things. So we'll just notice with an archangel's care, Zadkiel bypassing all the things that get in our way of that peace, be that tension or stress or fear or history. If we could just breathe in and let that peace come, and we'll just breathe into that peace. And if we can also very simply, using spiritual manners, we'll just say, thank you, Archangel Zadkiel, for being with me. Thank you, Archangel Zadkiel, for being with me. Thank you, Archangel Zadkiel, for helping my consciousness to be at peace. Thank you, Archangel Zadkiel, for helping my consciousness to be at peace. I celebrate goodness right now. I allow myself to be enthusiastic about my own life. I allow myself to be enthusiastic about the planet. I allow myself to be enthusiastic. Thank you for your enthusiasm for me. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. And if we could just breathe in right where you are, and just notice sharing that space with Archangel Zadkiel, you and him. And if we could also notice, as the dove is perched on the tree, if we could also just notice the gentle and graceful arrival of Archangel Raziel, Raziel, the angel of words and wisdom. If we could just breathe into Raziel's gentle presence and his presence and his contribution to this moment. So if we could breathe in and notice everything getting bigger in a wonderful, expansive way, the energy above you getting bigger, so that there being more room for your crown chakra, and where this couples with Archangel Zadkiel, so everything, all the thoughts, all the dreams, all the trying to figure things out don't get limited to just your skull, that there's just more space for thoughts and dreams to expand, and for there to be a wonderful experience of freedom. If we could just breathe into that. So indeed, the things that you want, the peace that you'd like to experience every single day, the harmony in the world, the harmony in your relationships, the harmony within your own consciousness, the harmony within yourself, having more room. And if we could just lovingly breathe in, and we'll notice that bigness from Archangel Raziel, and also the height and the width. Left, right, in front of you, behind you, everything getting bigger. And if we could notice Archangel Raziel looking right at you and inviting you to do the thing that we do nearly every time, and we'll just say our own names out loud. I am Mark. And if we could just lovingly notice him saying that to you, you are who you are. So we'll just breathe into that. And we'll say our own names again. I am Mark. I'm not anybody else. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. And if we could breathe in, we'll just say our names again. As always, it's like putting the key in the lock and unlocking things and identifying things and clarifying things. If we could just lovingly breathe in, and we'll lovingly say our own names out loud. I am Mark. And it's okay for me to be me. And we'll just breathe into that. And with the bigness that is here, the bigness of consciousness, the bigness of awareness, the bigness available to you, and the bigness of harmony, if we could just breathe in and notice an extraction of old energies, an extraction of old beliefs, an extraction of old mythology. And if we could just feel in the most positive, loving way, everything being new. Your sense of self, your identity, your peace of mind. So if we could notice with that excavation and these extractions, any narrative in which you are less than, let's let those narratives move out the door. We'll just breathe into your wholehearted intention, your wholehearted desire to be the best version of yourself that you can, to have peace, to be a peaceful presence on the planet, to contribute, to express, to create, to be, to understand, to contribute, to be wise, to be kind, to be surrounded by wisdom and kindness, to be highly connected to nature and to your intuition and for healing and to others. If we could just breathe into all those wishes, all those desires, and all those changes having more room. And we'll notice with love, it's okay to make mistakes, it's also okay to learn, and it's okay to forgive ourselves. So just do a moment of 1% forgiveness, which as always is like the Grand Canyon. So if we could just lovingly breathe in, and we'll say out loud, I forgive everyone for everything, 1% right now. I forgive myself for everything, 1% right now. I ask for forgiveness for everything, 1% right now. So we'll just lovingly breathe into all that. And we'll notice the beautiful continuation of energy, the beautiful continuation of peace, the beautiful continuation of harmony. And we'll just breathe into all this goodness and all this grace. And if we could lovingly notice there being a natural triangle formation of Zadkiel, Raziel, and you, and if we could notice the angels reaching out and caressing and soothing the back of your neck, letting there be a new orientation of perspective, letting there be a release of tension, letting all the different structures, vertebrae, and nerves and nervous systems relax. But if we could also just very simply notice being able to see and perceive more without being overwhelmed, just noticing there being more perspective available, including love for yourself and appreciation for yourself, and you being appreciated, you being loved. So we'll just breathe into all that good and all that goodness, and all that peace and all that peace of mind. Wonderful. If we could just notice, be it words or telepathy or feeling or heart to heart, if we could notice the guidance, the message that Archangel Raziel has for you right now, we'll just breathe into that. Wonderful. So if we could just breathe in, we'll just lovingly say, thank you, Archangel Raziel. Wonderful. If we could notice with a beautiful embrace of energy, and perhaps indeed working energetically, if we could notice the message from Archangel Zadkiel for you, to you, we'll just breathe into that. The analogy that Zadkiel's giving for your consciousness is like all the different things you do to prepare to paint, like clean and wash and maybe scrape some things out and tape things out. If we could notice that happening with your consciousness, that some old information can go. Maybe some old tension can go away, so there's just more flexibility, and feeling your consciousness like a muscle, that it can stretch, it can strengthen, And then it's okay for things that are constricted to move into a space of malleability and flexibility. So we'll just breathe into that shift. And we'll just lovingly say out loud, thank you, Archangel Zadkiel. So we'll just breathe into all this. Wonderful. With feather lightness, if we could notice Archangel Haniel, the angel of grace, coming right to you right now, like she were floating like a feather and landing in your lap. If we could just gently breathe into her loving presence, and if we could notice her very gently touching your face, stroking your face, moving her hands through your hair, if we could just notice her very gentle touches, all of which are healing, all of which are like a healer. If we could just breathe in to her helping right now, and her relaxing your jaw, relaxing your brow, relaxing your heart, individualizing your energy, soothing out your nerves, and everything being good. Wonderful experience of goodness and grace, of harmony and joy, of relaxation. So we'll just breathe in. Let's very simply just place our attention on Archangel Haniel. And indeed, if we could just feel a wonderful refreshing of the entirety of our nervous systems, our nerves, our cells, our spines, our awareness, our senses, everything becoming elastic and free, a release of tension and an embrace of aliveness. If we could just breathe into that. And letting that expansion include a wonderful experience of grounding. So right where you are right now, let's notice the furniture that you're sitting on or lying on. If we can notice that furniture being connected with the structure that rests and is connected to the earth itself, and feeling the foundation, the furniture supporting you, feeling the planet supporting you. And it's okay to be right where you are. And as the birds arrive and support us with song, we'll just very simply notice the connection we have with nature. And our ability to travel like the geese flying by. If we could just breathe in and feel the goodness of the universe reaching out to you, being present with you, an incredible grace and serenity being with you right now. So we'll notice all that good and all that goodness. Wonderful. And with all this, all the bigness, all the expansion, if we could notice Archangel Haniel holding your face in her hands and her being nose to nose with you and smiling, if we could just breathe in, and we'll let her hold our heads and look at us. If we could just breathe into her immediate attention. And if we could notice with the intimate touch of Archangel Haniel, Zadkiel holding your hand, Raziel holding your other hand, and the four of you just breathing together, elongating nerves, elongating brain waves, letting there be a deep relaxation in this moment, letting there be a deep relaxation that moves in all directions of time. This relaxation being felt in the rest of this day, this relaxation helping the things that might be loud in the past. And we'll just very simply breathe into all the good that is here. And the reminder that you are fresh and brand new in this moment right now. And all the hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours you've spent in spiritual practice, listening, saying, speaking, praying, participating, reading, noticing, listening. Just very simply feel how strong and pliable and flexible your spiritual muscle is. And we'll just breathe in and notice the expansion and the expansiveness that you already have. And we'll just breathe in with appreciation for all that. And if we could indeed feel the acknowledgement of Haniel, Zadkiel, and Raziel for all you've done spiritually, for all you've done to heal yourself and to heal and understand what has happened, what is happening. If we could just feel the benefit of all that and the clarity and construction of a happy future. And we allow in this moment for these three archangels and all the other angels we know by name, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Metatron, to help us, to help everyone whom we know, to help those we know who might need extra help, be they friends, spouses, family members, children, grandchildren, siblings, parents, grandparents, nations. Very simply affirm that help is here for everyone. And with the breath, we'll trust that. And we come back to this immediate moment of Haniel with her loving hands caressing your beautiful head. Zadkiel holding your hand, Raziel holding your hand. And we'll just breathe in to the beautiful, serene energy that is here. So we'll just breathe into all that. And indeed, let's just notice that serenity. And notice how big serenity is. Wonderful. And if we could notice Raziel, Zadkiel, and Haniel out loud and or telepathically or both saying your name to you. And if we could notice with these three archangels saying your name to you, the clarity of your identity, the absence of mystery, and this being current, you being who you are in this current moment. And with the reminder of your long history of healing and learning and aligning with your highest self, your spiritual self, and recognizing what is possible, you'll just notice your fresh identity, your fresh experience, coupled with all the wisdom that you have, all the healing that has happened, and all that you know is true. So we'll just breathe into everything becoming more relaxed and bigger, in the freshness of this moment. And if we could notice Archangel Raziel replacing anything you feel has been taken from you. And the image he shows with that, if you had within you like a safe or a vault, he's placing a large, beautiful book in that space. And if we could trust, the book contains everything: wisdom, abundance, healing, graciousness, generosity, peace, healing. So if we could just breathe in and allow in this moment for the bigness to continue. That we've all had experiences of things constricting and being small. And we'll just notice in this moment the habit, the reminder that the things that we value are big. Serenity is big, peace is big, love is big, generosity is big, creativity is big. Wisdom is big. And we'll notice in modern times the effort, the strain, the monumental effort to keep things small. And we'll just notice that that could be seen as child's play. And it's okay for our imaginations to be big, just like as children our imaginations are humongous and our curiosity is big. We'll just notice all this goodness being here right now, and everything being big. Your life being big, your ability to heal and to receive being big, your appreciation being big, your gratitude being big, the angel's gratitude for you being big. We'll just notice the enormity of life and that we are participating in keeping everything big. So we'll just breathe into all that. And with love and gratitude and incredible peace of mind, we'll just breathe in. And let's say our names. Let's say this directly to Heniel, Zadkiel, and Raziel. Say our names out loud. I am Mark. And I am big. My life is big. I've experienced big healing. I've experienced big love. I've experienced great peace. Thank you, angels, for my life continuing to be big. I live in a big world. I say no to all efforts to make the world small. I embrace all efforts to keep the world big. I ask for this or something better. In all directions of time. And so it is. So we'll just breathe into all this goodness, all this grace, and all this harmony. And as always, we'll let harmony heal harm in this moment and every single moment. So we'll just breathe into the bigness that is here. We'll breathe into the gentle touch of the three angels. We'll breathe in. If we could just breathe in and notice how alive you are, just noticing how good it is to breathe. And as we breathe in, like it's your first breath, we'll just notice as the birds fly by, we'll just notice the amazing mechanism of your body to take in oxygen and to know what to do with it. And our amazing ability to notice non-physical beings helping us and caring for us. And that indeed our worlds are big. And that love is big. And that we have the capacity to be big and to notice and receive and engage with big things like big peace and big hope and big harmony and huge serenity. So we'll just breathe in to the truth about our capacity. Our capacity is enormous. We'll breathe into the truth about our identity. And we'll just say right here, I am Mark. I'm not anybody else. I am Mark. I am Mark right now. So we'll just breathe into all this grace and all this generosity. And with loving compassion, great respect, and great honor, we'll just notice gratitude and acknowledgement for Archangel Raziel. Thank you, Archangel Raziel. We'll notice with loving respect and great appreciation. Thank you, Archangel Zadkiel. And with beautiful affection, great care, great intimacy. Thank you, Archangel Haniel. So we'll just breathe into all this. We'll notice our friends, the birds, and indeed, gratefully, the bees too. And we celebrate this moment. And we'll just breathe into our big lives. And thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect grace, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that is here for each of us and all of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity for perfect peace, wonderful clarity, and beautiful songs. We celebrate our expansive lives. We celebrate the bigness of love and generosity. And we honor the big brain waves that are here during this activity and the rest of this day. The big energy, the big confidence, the big protection, the big peace, the big vibration. And we celebrate feeling very alive. With clarity, peace, and hope, we ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.